Hey everybody, I hope you enjoy this video. This is Deku as Khorne, of course, and I've posted this before on the Neo Negative channel, but decided to move it over here. And before you watch this video, here's a fun challenge. Now, I'm going to make it simple, but I'm also going to make it very difficult. If we could get to 40k views on this video, 100 likes, and maybe 10 comments, I will do Deku as the Emperor from 40k. I don't know really what I'm going to do for that one, but I'll try to do my best. But if you're interested in this little challenge, just follow the rules. Let's see if we can get to 40k views, if that's even possible at this point. And have a wonderful day. Till then, blood for the blood gods! Skulls for the skull throne!
talk about the most violent place in the entire universe. A place where it literally rains blood, and its citizens are compelled to endlessly slaughter one another. This is the realm of blood and rage, the realm of Khorne. And it makes sense as Khorne is the blood god. Khorne's realm is built upon a foundation of anger and vengeance, and every inch of this dark place is literally soaked with blood. There are literal oceans of blood and gore, and the bones of Khorne's enemies litter the entire hellscape. And the deeper you go, the darker and more twisted it gets. The sounds of clashing weapons and the bellows of demons can be heard in every corner. And at the center of it all exists a literal mountain of skulls, with the blood god perched atop it. The only light up here comes from a brazier of twisted flames. The souls of Khorne's enemies burn for eternity. It's from this place that Khorne directs his legions of demons to spread violence to every corner of the galaxy. For those that live in this terrible place, a day doesn't go by that they don't slaughter something, because not giving in to your violent urges would surely draw the blood god's ire. And no matter how much of a beast you are, you don't want that.
Now I'm gonna give you two options. Either we fight so you can get revenge and ruin my plans, or you can leave immediately, because I will rip your spine out of your ass if you pick option one! Thank you for picking option.
Alright, we need to talk about just how insane the Khorne Berserkers actually are. They're Space Marines that are dedicated to the Blood God, and have become physically addicted to bloodshed and slaughter. And these guys have more in common with a butcher than a soldier, as hordes of them will charge into battle revving massive chain weapons, and slam into their enemies' front lines like a tidal wave of blood and steel. Each one of them is on a never-ending quest to spill blood in Khorne's name, and take as many skulls as possible. And slaughter at this point has basically become a biological need for them, as their rage builds every second of every day that they're not in combat, until it eventually boils over, and they end up releasing that pent-up frustration on their allies. And their tactics are incredibly straightforward. Charge into battle, massacre the enemy, and take their skulls. The Berserkers refuse to use any ranged weapon other than short-range pistols, and most of the time they're fighting exclusively with brutal melee weapons, as engaging the enemy from a safe distance, that's the coward's way of happen if a follower of Khorne got too powerful? Well, eventually they'd have to fight Khorne. And that went really bad for the last guy who tried. So Khorne tells his followers to go out and fight. Not just anyone, those who are stronger than you. If you beat them, seek out someone even stronger. Path of blood that Khorne lays out for you says that no matter how strong you get, there's always someone out there who's stronger. So go take their skull. But the thing you should bear in mind is that there's literally a god at the top. And that's Khorne. One of his greater demons thought he had reached this point, and it didn't go well. His name was Skarbrand, and he was one of the most powerful bloodthirsters of Khorne. His axes are literally 2 other bloodthirsters, rivals of his that he beat and then made into weapons. One day when Khorne's back was turned, he threw all of his might and cut into him. This was a blow that could have leveled planets. But all it did was chink Khorne's armor. He grabbed him by the throat and shook his personality out of him. He then threw him so hard that he flew like a comet across space and time for 9 days straight, leaving an inconceivable burning trail of destruction in his wake. He never tried that.
Welcome to the Demons of Khorne. These red Kool-Aid Death Knights are good at one thing and one thing only: making the Red Wedding look like a subpar Sunday afternoon. Let's talk about how these walking homicides work. Khornite see, Khornite smash, Khornite kill, and Daddy Khorne gets to sit one skull higher on his throne. As you can tell, the main strength of our hemophiliac gym rats is their unstoppable melee, thick armor, and the ability to have frenzy on almost every unit, which is more than enough to make any Kislevian Klosar say blasphemy! They may not be as tanky as the rotting slug brothers of Nurgle, or as fast as the pink kink crabs of Slaanesh, but they don't f***ing have to when they rip and tear so hard that even Mick Gordon gives them the nod of approval. Welcome to Demons of Khorne. You're welcome.
Nurgle vs. Khorne. Total War Warhammer 3.
Yeah, the gifts of Nurgle. Raging. Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. Gross! Corn! Corn! Yeah!
You know about the 4 Chaos Gods, right? But you want to know which one's the most powerful? That's gonna be Khorne, the god of blood, rage, murder, and war. But coincidentally, he's also the god of honor, courage, and mercy. And unlike the other Chaos Gods, he doesn't trick his worshippers into following him. Khorne's about as straightforward as it gets. Khorne says, do you want power? Do you want to be strong? Do you want to be the best of the best and you want to crush your enemies beneath your boots? I can give you all of that. And the only thing I ask in return is for bloodshed. Since certain actions empower the gods, as well as human emotions, then Khorne being the god of war, in a universe filled with war, he's easily the strongest. The followers of Khorne are often depicted as frothing berserkers. They don't use things like tactics, flanking. That's for weaklings! Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne! Despite how much Khorne preaches rage and violence, and wanton murder, it's really honorable and he preaches mercy for the weak. He puts honor on a very high pedestal. And there's no honor in fighting someone that can't defend themselves. This is why Khorne and Slaanesh don't get along. Followers of Slaanesh prey on the weak, and delight in their agony. Khorne doesn't. the most unstoppable killing machine in the entire galaxy. His name is Khorne the Betrayer, and his life is an endless saga of murder and madness. This dude's kill count is absolutely legendary. He's the chosen champion of Khorne, the god of blood and skulls. His entire purpose is to take skulls in Khorne's name. His signature weapons are a plasma pistol and a massive chain axe known as Gorechild. And instead of having a blade, this thing has a belt of serrated dragon's teeth. That thing can cut through a Space Marine's armor like butter. He was also the first of his legion to receive an upgrade known as the Butcher's Nails, an implant that basically kills all emotion, except for rage and anger. By all accounts, Khorne actually used to be a level-headed dude. The nails pushed him further and further into madness. Khorne is so absolutely blood crazed, and he has a reputation for slaughtering his own men. And he earned the name Betrayer, when in one battle he used a flamethrower to kill his own men who refused to fight. Nowadays, Khorne leads his own warband, known as the Butcher's Horde, and he stains the ground of every world he visits, red with the blood of any who get in his way. Only the most truly desperate warlord would call upon the Betrayer for
Hey Slanesh,
Yeah,
why does Khorne hate you so much?
we all hate each other. I hate you, you hate me.
Yeah, but even by his standards, he really despises you. Like, I feel like this goes beyond our feud. What happened?
Oh, well that's actually a funny story.
Who in the ever-living motherfucking cock biscuits stole my chain axe?
Oh, that's fucking...
Let's talk about the 4 Chaos Gods for a minute, because, yeah, they're pretty bad, but they're not all bad. Khorne is the god of blood, fighting, skulls, and just maiming everyone around you who is weaker than you are. But he is also honest, will not lie to you, will keep to what he says, and has his own strong sense of justice. Nurgle is the grandfather of pestilence, disease, and just everything nasty. But he also loves everyone, and even though you'll be completely riddled with disease, you won't feel any of them and you'll be happy, so there's no downsides, I guess? Slaanesh is the god of hedonism and just weirdness and extremes, like that's just wrong. But even when that extreme is extreme pain, you'll still derive pleasure from it, so just like Nurgle, there's not actually a downside to it here. And lastly, Tzeentch. There's no bright side here, he's generally just out to mess with your mind and is overall a dick.
Whoop everybody ass in this bitch. You'll do what now? I said I'll whoop everybody ass that's in this bitch. That boy ain't lying. Boy, he'll whoop everybody ass in this bitch other than me. You too, nigga. Finish it. And I'm gonna finish your ass. Come on. I ain't touched the motherfucker in the head in a while. What the fuck you mean? Help me demonstrate, bitch. Come on. Everybody ass in this bitch except my homie.
Asking artificial intelligence to make chaos gods in Warhammer.
chaos seems cool and all, but which god do I devote myself to?
I offer eternal life.
I offer infinite knowledge.
I offer power.
I offer heavy metal music and big titty sluts. You want a demon waifu? I get you a demon waifu. Oh, well, fuck yeah.
Oh, come on.
Horny bastard.
Fucking degenerate.
Hey, shut your traps, fuckos. Ah, come on, let's go get your dick sucked.
My father died a fool.
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
you